are shivering, and yes, because it is about to get a little cold out there. What am I talking about? This is just gonna be hot the whole day long. Game number 1 here to open up our global finals knockout stage. Day 1, game 1, Alpine. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, survivors of all ages, we hope you are ready. We sure as hell hope your favorite team is ready, because it's not going to be an easy one. Neptune, what I want to see at the start of this match is some hot drops.
Oh, let's see if that would happen against some of the teams that are already dropped in, but it seems like Militia will find a few of those engagements where Red Hawks will be fighting against Heavy, and even in Snowfall, we are seeing Brim United being hot dropped by Movistar R7, and I love this storyline coming from both of these sets.
Woohoo! And Red Hawks, they are the one with the first blood on the first game, on the first day. Come on, Bangladesh, this doesn't get better than that. And they are picking on Team Heavy of all squads. Vietnam, danger is looming ahead of them. But Movistar R7 up against Buriram as well. Della has got the vector in hand. Nejat gets knocked down as well, but Kudrish is there for the backup. Max 7. Boys get picked up right away, and Heavy, one more survivor, managing to back out of that. Moshi shots up to the top. Hacks gets dropped as well. Joker trades one back, but Games King, a sliver of hell. Jonah will be able to drop him as well, and the SMG supremacy. Hacks looks like he's the only one still hanging on. Time Turner is there. Get high, just making sure he cleans up house, and the first team to get eliminated is R7. And I want to highlight the fact that we did make sure we hyped up Movistar R7, and when we were hyping them up, when they were speaking those strong words, we showed the elimination feed. They eliminated Buriram United Esports in that hype video. Well, I think revenge is sweet, and it came a little too quick.
You know how it is. Like when Brim United is being put down, they know how to bring themselves up. And speaking of getting up, just a rewind on what happened. Get High is prioritizing, or Brim United is prioritizing on bringing his teammates back up. Thus, they still managed to survive. But E1 right now, it seems like they are taking out Red Hawks, who is the elimination leader at this point. They have all the rooftop cover, and there's no way out for Blade and Nejad.
Yep, okay, the jump pad now used. Nejad tries to get away, but Fittin, sharpshooter AC-80. They try to split up. Blade, one more shot needed. The connection, not perfect. On the landing, pulls out a glue wall. And that's going to keep him safe for the time being. Blade knocked down. Kabi gets a little bit of revenge here for the side of Heavy up against Red Hawks. But Heavy will be able to claim lives on the side of E1 as well. And this has just turned into a 3-way battle, about to become 4-way as WAG hops on into the fray as well.
Yeah, WAG has been waiting in there silently for their opportunity, but they're not out of the woods just yet, because we still have Heavy who is strolling around. E1 would need to be careful, and Villain will be taken down in there, and it is T. Kui managed to knock him down. Now let's see if WAG can add more to the elimination that they have, but not so much of enemies on the area other than Heavy, and Don't Cry might not be able to survive this just in case WAG sees them healing up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's two ways to look at this. Number one, WAG just saved Heavy from being ran over by E1. Number two, WAG is setting up Heavy to feast on them, rip away some extra points. But here comes Team Solid on the rotation right around Heavy as well. There's a big probability that they get caught off. But Red Hawks, a hot start with the eliminations, but they fizzle out fairly quickly. That's a tad bit unfortunate for Bangladesh.
Let's see though, there you have it. We have Team Solid right now being in a hit list or triggering that hit list as well, so they need to be cautious not to be out in the open, and Launchpad is available for them to get away. Now let's see though as to where they will be placing themselves. They are trying their best to make sure the arsenal is also clear with that binocular, so I guess they do have a lot of openings unless GLW rushes against them.
A weapons arsenal. And a good move here by Team Solid. You need those upgrades for sure. You need those better weapons. And got it unlocked fairly early. And WAG might just be in trouble if they decide to drop by and say hello. Team Solid doesn't have a defensive spot. on the outside, playing with fire here if they get caught at the wrong timing. But they do anticipate a squad inside here. You can see with the movements of Nick. Trying to keep an eye on those players. And Nero will show up first in this engagement. But of course, no glue walls brought up just behind that wall. A tad bit unfortunate. It's a little waste off that active skill net.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you have that cryo mind, you will be able to spot out the enemy, but it doesn't last that long, especially if the opponent will be able to take down that plushie. So I guess they were spotted, but their position was moved very quickly. So I guess that's the reason as well why WAG is moving away. So they don't want to be caught off guard, and they missed one of the players from Team Solid as well. So I guess it's more information, and then that's where they have the confidence. But since they lack that, they're backing out.
Lovely rotation. Now, flanking around from the right-hand side, WAG has managed to unlock the airdrop, but Junpad gets them out of harm's way. And what a beautiful glue wall on the drop. Glue UAV sent out as well, just to make sure that glue wall, that defense is buffed up, and that keeps them safe for the rotation away from the Brazilian squad. But now out in the open, WAG in a little bit of trouble, because their rotation here might just be intercepted by GOW if they are unlucky. And they do use the binoculars to scan on the area towards their right-hand side here. Vending machine, definitely the play for the players of WAG. They've got enough coins to buffer themselves up. They do need those level 3 vests.
Yeah, let's see if they'll be able to get that for Team Fluxo. They are just hanging back. Not so much of contention, but earlier we saw a little bit of a takedown or elimination coming from them, but they managed to recover that quickly. And it seems like they will need to be, they will be silent all throughout up until mid-game. As we look at the map right now, it seems like there's a lot of hit list being triggered, and that's where everyone will be pushed into.
I mean, you gotta love some information play, bro. GOW up against WAG now. X-Ball flanking around from the right-hand side, trying to make sure as the sniper of the squad, he's got a great vantage point to protect the rest of his team members, as well as get a couple of knocks for WAG. Great position held by X-Ball. RIP spotted out, but patience, triggered discipline from the WAG player.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, only one information, one player to be cited, and if you don't have all position of the players, you won't be able to take them down. There would be a loss, though, because we keep talking about it. A knockdown will not be fulfilled unless it is confirmed, and none from WAG is also on position to be able to confirm those elimination. And next, we're still in position to go and take the shot. AWN in hand, and Neon almost taken down. If it wasn't for a hop, he could have been down already.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the inhaler and the medkit out there, so nothing much for him to worry about. And none of the other WAG players close enough to take advantage of that initial tag. One more now. RGS-50 going in for the double on those grenades, but the Steffi popped in time, so no damage from grenades. GOW safely make the rotation around to the right-hand side. Tikui now at 590. They burst through those glue walls. Then Dian gets the first drop onto Vanvo. PLS1 trying to run away. WAG in a lot of trouble. Can he get to a vending machine to at least bring back a couple of players? Inside he goes, but gets caught out by Dian. GOW ripping apart WAG.
For elimination for GOW, only one remains, but X4 is hiding out. Now, we'll see if he will be able to hide out for long, because there's no way out, because Fluxo is just waiting for them. And it seems like the shot coming from Fluxo would be a saving grace for WAG, but X4 has ran out, and there you have it, GU! Stealing that away from GOW.
Yeah, the Winchester in hand, managing to take it away from GOW. Extra point for Fluxo, unfortunate for WAG, but what a counter by the players of GOW. Phenomenally played, especially on the right-hand side flank. They knew exactly what was going to be advantages for them. They set it up, and of course we did see a little bit of a misplay from the players of WAG, kind of miscalculating exactly how GOW was going to rotate in that situation, and overall putting their sniper far away didn't fare well for them at all.
Yeah, I mean, X-Bor was in position. That shot could have been made, and that would be a push for WAG. But unfortunately for them, even the Valiant Dash from Tikoy didn't knock down any of the opponents. But as we look at the map right now, Booyah United still on Snowfall. And it seems like they will still be safe. But as we saw in there, AG as well as Team Falcons is in the battle. So let's see who's going to win it. A couple of Winchester from On Fire and Pina that might throw off the gameplay of AG. But let's see if they'll be able to bar back.
Yep, AG under pressure. Falcons, both squads outside the circle, but not too far away from the safe zone. It's taking a little bit of damage, Falcons. Thinking they could bait AG into a little battle outside the zone, but AG was not going to fall for that inside of Forest Red. Circle around, looking for that flank around the right for the next zone as well. No eliminations so far for the side of AG Global. The Southeast Asian teams, at least the ones from Thailand, are trying to play this as quietly as possible until they get a little bit deeper into the zone.
Yeah, I mean, for Booyah United, if it wasn't for a hot drop, they might still have 0 elimination at this point. But let's see though, AG, Riptide Rhythm breaks them down, and Team SR is out. Team Solid showing solid gameplay as well as anticipation as to where AG will be landing, and they managed to take a knock.
Yeah, unfortunate. No time turner there on the side of AG. Could have gotten the save on the team member, but now it's going to be trouble time because AG Global needs to figure out how do they get a revival. Do they play a risky maneuver outside the safe zone and hit one of those vending machines, or do they just stick with a 3-man play? Team Solid obviously not going to allow them to move far away from the defensive spot, but GOW is that distraction. The glue UAV pulled out by Demon. Barricades are strengthened. Steffi popped as well. GOW will not be teased by those grenades. Riptide Rhythm now coming out from the side of Team Solid as well to melt down their glue walls. Demon, that nade still. Steffi will protect them, and GOW is dealing very well with Team Solid. AG Global needs to use this opening to get away.
Love the combination the GOW has pulled up. The Steffi plus that glue wall that would help or make sure that the glue wall will not be going down despite of the red side. Rhythm Demon with a Valiant Dash, but Demon will be taken down by Guaxa from behind. Rip right now, M79. Let's see if he'll be able to take one shot and bring down Team Solid, but it is a high hopes for him. He's the only one remaining against 4 players of TS.
Yeah, RIP, he's got the grenade launcher. He needs to make some magic work here. RIP takes himself out instead. I'm not going to make fun of him because it's happened to me as well. Well, that's to a lot of us, okay? You guys just don't admit it.
That's one reason I'm not using that weapon, because I'm off angle when I make that shot. But Lao Ho right now being taken down, and Fluxo is taking advantage of their position to go and chase against PE Sports. And as they lost one player, it seems like they are up in the corner right now with nowhere to go out.
Yeah, well defended though by PE Sports, just barricading all of those windows with the glue walls. But Nolan, the timing was off, and the charge buster by GU puts him down onto the ground. Fluxo just waiting for the timing here to hop on in there, pulling out a double glue wall to block off the windows once again, but a mistake by PE Sports. But they still do manage to block off the access by Fluxo. GU really low, but the time turner pulled out in the nick of time. And GU saves the day. PE Sports was so close to annihilating Fluxo, but not a single player from the Brazilian squad was knocked down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is a great move coming from Fluxo at that point. Now, let's see on Booyah United and Team Falcons. They are just waiting at each other. Not only that, Team Falcons is taking some hits from E1 Sports. I think AG is just keeping this down silent just to make sure that they will not be distracting anyone from either E1 or Heavy. But Team Solid, I saw them jump in, and I thought they will be targeting Fluxo at this point. But good angle to take, but they need to move because in 15 seconds, the blue will be moving along them.
The East has got quantity here, but the West has got quality. Team Solid as well as Fluxo, but there's a little bit of infighting. Riptide Rhythm sent the way of Team Solid! And Jonah with the double! Gets the 3-pointer, Kobe! Limit taken out of the equation. Pow steals 1 point away, but it doesn't matter. Falcons out of the equation. And now we are left with only 6 squads. MT7, a double knock. Team Solid facing a lot of trouble because of the position that Fluxo holds on to. Heavy pressuring them from the right-hand side as well. This has to be the end for Team Solid.
Oh, let's see. I mean, Traps is trapped in the corner, and Moshi managed to hit him from afar. 5 teams remaining, and Fluxo is still on the run. Glue UAV helping them out to survive, but on the other side, Heavy would be a potential target, and both of E1 and Fluxo is knocking them down.
Dude, the flame zone is just up in the ante here. But look at Buriram circling around from the right-hand side. E1 is still in here as well. How in the world? I did not see them earlier.
Oh, no.
I do not know, but it doesn't matter. They get squashed as well as Buriram rages on. Moshi, Superman on the left-hand side. Fluxo still alive and kicking. A little bit closer to the players of Heavy. 1 gets knocked down. 9 eliminations for the side of Buriram, but just tethering on the very edge of the current zone.
Let's see, Don't Cry might be at a loss right now. Fluxo is behind, Brim is in front. Now it's a team versus team before between East versus West. And let's see who's going to win this. Would it be the defending champion or the one chasing for that crown? Wasan is already down. Jonah managed to take himself out. And Fluxo might be the team to grab the first Booyah in this game.
It's not just the first Booyah, Neptune. A freaking massive Booyah as Moshi gets taken down by Bobs. 17 eliminations was what I last saw, plus a Booyah, 12 points off of placements. The reigning defending champions, technically the back-to-back global champions, have done it again, and they have started off day 1 to get to the top in such a phenomenal fashion.
And one thing I'm seeing from Fluxo at this point is they're not that passive team anymore. They are taking advantage of their position, running against opponent, leaving those gunshots, and just heading towards all of those engagement. And that's how they got that 17 elimination. And I am loving this version of Fluxo right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we needed to see out of Fluxo, the tenacity and the confidence and also the capability. Because yes, we've seen them in the past, and what they have done is mainly stay passive until the very end, and sometimes they would have stayed too silent for too long. They could not catch up. But of course, when it comes to the global finals, the grand finals itself, Fluxo is a different kind of beast. But now we see them bringing out that version of themselves so early in the knockout stage. I'm loving it. This is what we need. This is exactly what all of the other teams need out there as well as a wake-up call.
Yeah, exactly. And then, well, it's even better than coffee to wake us up with Fluxo in the lead. I mean, I'm really loving this turnaround. I mean, game number 1 is just so heated up. It's just so massive. And I was expecting a global final. It would be a slow game because everyone is trying their best to identify where they can rotate safely, but there's no safe space. All they have to do right now is just look for the enemy and trust their instincts.
Yeah, I mean, at that point of time, the final engagement, it was a story called Run, Moshi, Run. But no matter where he ran, no matter what he did, there was just nothing that he could do to save his squad and to get them the Booyah. But you know, valiant effort overall for Booyah to survive long enough to that final circle. But very, very impressive first Booyah of the day, courtesy of our reigning champs. This is ridiculous, man. I mean, look at the number of eliminations on a stage like this. Fluxo's not messing around.
Oh, definitely. I mean, 17 elimination plus that Booyah. It's a 20